What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Double B here, back with another video. As always, I'd always appreciate it if you guys can like, comment, and subscribe. I just want to give a huge thank you for everyone that watched my last video. That was my most viewed video by far. It's got over 600 views. So yeah, I was pretty surprised to see that. So I was very appreciative for that. So really appreciate you guys, liking, subscribing, commenting, doing all that stuff, because it definitely helped. So, welcome to all the new subscribers and new viewers. I was glad that we were able to walk away with some profit from the last video from Monday night. I was really hoping for the 3-0 sweep, but we did go 2-1. So before we get into the NBA picks for December 3rd, so since it's going to be December 3rd, if you want to just comment the number 3 down below, I'd much appreciate that. But before, like I said, before we get into the NBA picks, we're just going to do a quick recap of Monday Night Football. So if you guys can see the last video, I had 3 picks. The 3 picks were Nick Chubb under 56.5 rush yards. That cash sweat-free. That line closed at like 51.5 rush yards. The one play we did miss out on was Bo Nix over 19.5 rush yards. It really didn't have a chance. It was a bad read on my end. I was feeling pretty confident going into the game, especially with the CLV that we had. I mean, the line closed at like 23.5 rush yards. But yeah, I mean, he had 2 carries, but one was a kneel down at the end of the first half, and then he had 1 carry for like 6 yards. He just was not looking to scramble at all. But bad read on my end. And then Jerome Ford over 12.5 receiving yards. That cash as well. It's pretty sweaty. He didn't cash till the last few minutes in the fourth quarter of a nice 20-something yard catch, but we'll take it. That brings, like I said, so we profited 0.7 units, so that brings our NFL season, for 2024, which is this year, up to 41.22 units. Insanely great year. Very profitable. If you guys have been riding with me, been doing very well. And then the NBA season, it's still early, about a little over a month into the season, and we are up a little over 18 units. So we're hoping to add to that coming up for December 3rd. I have 4 picks for you guys. And the first one is going to be Cade Cunningham over 14.5 assists plus rebounds. So I'm not sure why this line is still sitting here. They really haven't adjusted to Cade's recent success. I mean, he's pretty much been a walking triple-double. If he hasn't been getting it, he's been flirting with it every game. He's been over this line in his last 10 of 10 games. He's already played Milwaukee this year, and he had 18 assists plus rebounds. The Bucks allow the 5th most rebounds to PGs. And I'm just adding his assists in there just because, like I was saying, Cade Cunningham has had at least 9 assists and at least 14 potential assists in this last 10-game run. So, for me, I don't see why, it ends, his success would end here. I think it's going to continue. And, like I said, it's a great matchup for him. And, yeah, like I said, I really like the spot here for him. Like I said, if you only have one line, I would lean. I would take his rebounds. Rebounds are my slight favorite play, but yeah, I like I said, if you have assists plus rebounds, definitely would just take that. At 14.5, it's definitely, a number he can definitely smash for sure. So that was pick number 1. Next play here is going to be Scotty Barnes over 22.5 points. This is over at Caesars at -106. So Scotty Barnes is over this line in his last 3 or 4 games. The Pacers rank bottom 10 in the following 4 scoring categories, which is free throws, transition points, pick and roll, ball handler, and spot up shots. So basically, the pick and roll ball handler, the handler scoring points, and then spot up shooters. So that's where Scotty Barnes, over those 4 categories, he scores 69% of his points comes from those 4 scoring categories, and the Pacers rank bottom 10 in terms of points allowed in all 4 of those categories. So it's a great matchup for him. So, like I said, he's been hitting this line in his last 3 or 4 games. So I think he should definitely hit this line. Gray Dick, I believe, is still going to be out, and we know Quickly is out. And with those guys, mainly Quickly, his usage rate is insanely high. Of course, there's R.J. Barrett that facilitates a little bit, but Scotty Barnes is the main guy that has his ball in the hands most of the time. And with this matchup, I really like the spot here for Scotty Barnes. My next play here is going to be Jabari Smith Jr. over 1.5 threes. This is at Caesars again at -103. So this is a really good matchup for Jabari Smith going up against the Kings. So first off, the Kings allow the most threes to the power forward position. And not only do they allow the most threes to the power forward position, they allow the most points to spot up shots. So basically, most of the time, spot up shots equivalent to threes. Most of the time, they're 3-pointers that are spot ups. So that is where the bulk of Jabari Smith's threes come from. Or from spot ups. He's not a off the dribble type of guy. He's not a isolation guy. He's just a catch and shoot, just spot up guy. So that's a really good matchup for him when you're considering you're going up against not only the team that allows the most threes to your position, but also the way you score the basketball, and more specifically shoot the ball. They allow the most points to that as well. And on top of that, he's over this number in his last 4 games and also his last 5 of 6 games. And he's also over this number of 1.5 in his last 3 games versus the Kings. So, a really good spot here for Jabari Smith. Really love this play here. And that will lead us to our last pick, which will be Nikola Jokic over 12.5 rebounds. So, this is more or less just a system play. So the Warriors just get killed on the glass against other centers this year. They really don't have a true number 1 center. I mean, you have Looney, you have Jackson Davis, of course you have Draymond, but the centers just gobble up rebounds. So 12.5, of course, is a pretty high number, but for Jokic, no number really would scare me off Nikola Jokic. The crazy numbers he can put up. I don't know how much he's really invested into the cup games, because this is I don't think I mentioned it, but this is it's for Tuesday, so there's it's the cup games. So some teams of course care more than others, but as I was saying, the Warriors allow the most rebounds to centers. Jokic is over this line in 7 of 10 games, so again, not a crazy number for him to hit. And he's also hit this line in his last 4 or 5 games against Golden State. So, really good spot. Jokic is in a great spot here. Great matchup. And, yeah, those are pretty much it. Those are my 4 plays. Most likely I will have a few more added plays. So, my added plays will always be in the pinned comments down below. And they will also be posted to my Twitter, which is BB_picks. That link will be in the description of this video down below. So, that's pretty much it. Like I said, definitely make sure to check those pinned comments if you aren't following me on Twitter. So, yeah, like I said, once again, I appreciate you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.